see what kind of passer he is.
Go back to the game in Boston earlier this week where the Nets really struggled at the outset. Robert Parrish had 14 points in the first quarter. And really, that set the tone for the ball game. The Nets were playing catch-up all night long.
Played well, but from behind.
Yeah. Brian Hill, in his first year as head coach, replacing Matty Dukas.
The local guy needed a few ducats. Brother and his family. Brian, a loyal assistant, rewarded, and very popular.
Hey, we got to say congratulations to an old friend, right? Rich.
Oh, sure, the cat, my old boss, Richie Regan, wed last night.
One of the really good people. And our congratulations to Richie Regan. Billy Oates, Billy Spooner, and Ed Brunch are our officials as they're ready for net basketball on a Saturday night. First of a back-to-back here at home tomorrow night. The LA Lakers come to town. Off the tip, it's controlled by Scotty Skiles. And they go immediately to the big guy.
They trimmed down Scotty Skiles. Well, you don't like to give it back to them.
Kenny Anderson has it. Nets have numbers here, 3 against 2.
Skiles, I'm impressed with the physique, weight loss, and no softness there. Kenny, with good control, he has exhibited that. I thought that was on the way down.
So did Chuck Daly.
Oh, big guys get away with them, don't they?
5 on the 24. Here is Derek Coleman. And Benoit Benjamin on the follow. That might have been tipped in.
Well, he jumped for the first one. The second one he didn't and got help. Little tip, I think, by O'Neal. See how deep O'Neal is? You just can't get him out of there. Now, Benoit's got to push him up. There's the alley-oop.
Alley-oop.
See, now he should have caught that.
Little off balance.
Yeah, you've got to make sure you get a good one.
Here's Anderson on the challenge. Knocked away. Picked up by Nick Anderson. Scott Skiles. Anthony Hardaway. Nice move. Shot won't go. This one will.
And the first test of the night with the glass and clock.
It's only a game that we're playing out here, but there's the test of will the backboard hold up. We're tied at 2. We played a minute 25.
A couple of open shots early, huh?
Kevin Edwards puts it home.
Using the baseline bump.
Kevin shooting 46% from the floor, and the Nets have taken the lead.
And he slides the pick and roll.
Nick Anderson for 3. Derek Coleman with a rebound.
Remember the night Nick had here last year? Lighting everybody up. Tough match return. Look at the speed and size.
Counts out of it, Charles. Let's see if they give it to O'Neal.
They should.
They will. Shaq had a lot of trouble last year with fouls. This year he's brought the numbers down quite a bit.
And Brian Hill, like a coach, supports his guy. I'm amazed at his first forward at 6'10", number 4'4". But Brian's saying 4 or 5 guys are pounding on him. He doesn't inflict any punishment of his own, I'm sure.
No, of course not. He's very passive. He just beats up backboards. Huh?
Well, Brian, as a coach, has to do that. Try and create a mindset amongst officials. The greasy wheel.
Somebody was telling me that there was a call not made, and one of the officials kind of said to him, well, I can't give you that because you're too big. Well, the time will come, as you say, set the mindset. The mindset will change. Respect. That's what we're talking about.
The squeaky wheel versus the greasy wheel.
That's for the 5-2 lead here in the early going.
They do the same thing now.
Turner set the pick. Rebound, Kevin Edwards to Kenny Anderson.
Guards continue to rebound, particularly Special K.
Nice look to Benoit.
He's impressed with that.
Benjamin with 2 field goals, and the Nets have jumped out to a quick 7-2 lead. Nick Anderson. Nice move. Shot won't go. Rebound Coleman. They get some good shots that just start falling down the early going.
But the Nets have done a good job protecting, sealing off with their checkout. Ooh, Brown had that cut down the lane. That's got to be...
They didn't call it.
That's 2.
2 goaltending calls that have gone by the board. You watch it, folks. It's coming down, isn't it?
I thought. And the house did. Another look at it.
It's Coleman.
The Nets will get the next one. Stopped the ball, and he got Edwards. Nice play. And Derek kept running, so he had Turner and Kevin Edwards facing the ball, keeping it in front of him.
8:54 left in this first quarter. Nets have jumped out quickly.
As good as they are, Hardaway and O'Neal are young.
Yeah.
So they're prone to maybe lapses with the ball.
P.J. Brown looks for zone rebound.
Look at this hustle.
And knocked it bounds. It'll go over to the Orlando Magic.
Now you're looking up at 7-2. With Orlando's difficulties, maybe it should be 12-2. 13-2.
Orlando's 1 for 9 from the floor. By Nick Anderson. Good defensive play. P.J. Brown with a block.
Anderson has taken him outside, but P.J. with the patience as the man goes down. The long arms, too. The lay stays away, so there's no body contact. Close to a 5 there.
Hardaway, good block and good recovery. Rebound P.J. Brown, and the Nets look to run.
And Dirk can pin his guy if they go to him. Now they pull it off.
6 puts it home. His first field goal.
O'Neal was over to help out Spencer, but the distance too much for him. The 2 guard screens the 5-man. And Benoit does a nice job. Here comes the double. Excellent defensive set.
Turner with 7 of the 24 puts it home. Jeff Turner's first 2, the former Net, averaging almost 6 points a ball game.
Got his first start last night in Boston, huh?
Stoviak suffered an injury in Detroit, sprained his right foot, and went back home today for further x-rays and MRI. A little too hard. The ball will go over to the Magic.
Did Hardaway get a slight piece of that, too, to threw the ball higher?
That's another aspect of his game. He's a good young defensive player.
And tall. So now Nick goes downtown, but Brown's got the 4 or 5 in. Look at this. Good to stay
right with.
Good.
Shaquille knocked away by Kevin Edwards. So that defensive set, as you said, though, by P.J. Brown against Nick Anderson, never backed up, never was on his heels.
And he varied, too. They were outside on him, and then they posted him up this trip.
Anderson knocks it about, and it'll still be net ball. Now we'll get our first time out of the ball game. The Modell scoreboard shows the Nets leading it by a score of 9-4. The leaders brought to you by your Tri-State GMC truck dealers. Looking at field goal percentage, you see Shaquille O'Neal at 62.5%. Behind Buck Williams, the former Net who leads the league, and Armin Gilliam up there in the top 7. Dino Roger, what a ball game he had against the Nets.
And he had a big game last night against this club.
Kevin Edwards, rebound, Shaquille O'Neal gets it out over to Scott Skiles.
Down and through. Hardaway went from the wing along the baseline. Used the big guy to reverse it. He can shoot it.
Turner. What a nice rebound. Hardaway was flying in, and Edwards kept his body in front of him and snatched it. Anderson.
Nice pitch.
Benoit. Good block. Hardaway. Good no-look to Nick Anderson, who gives to Skiles, and Benoit Benjamin with the block.
Benoit stopped playing. He went out of bounds to help Skiles. And left to O'Neal. Did you notice that?
Yeah, don't help the other guy.
I think he felt the play was stopped.
9-6. That's by 3. Count that if it goes, and it'll go to the line to shoot 2. Let's take another look at this.
Benjamin on his miss, Spencer, should have come up with some variety on that shot down there. He should have gone to his left hand. But right there, that should have been a left-handed shot. You've got the defender on the inside, and right here, good hustle as Benjamin gets back. Now watch, he'll walk out of bounds.
Oh, you know, Bill, we were talking about Dino Roger, and there were some folks who I think misunderstood what we might have been saying. a couple of nights ago in Boston when we referred to Yugoslavia. We referred to Yugoslavian teams coming over here in the 80s.
In the old days.
Dino Raja was born in Yugoslavia. We're fully aware of the fact that he is a Croatian and very proud of that country's independence.
I'm glad you clarified that.
Well, because there were some people who were upset about it, and I don't think they quite understood what we meant. We talked about Shaquille.
That's why you get over 10 assists. Nice look by Skiles. When I was at Seton Hall, the Yugoslavian team came to play us.
Exactly, back then. And, you know, with Drazen here, Tony Kukoc, here's TJ, he's fouled. Drazen, Tony Kukoc, Dino Raja. We're certainly aware of how influential and how proud the Croatians are, and they have those silver medals from the Olympic Games in Barcelona.
And that time, Brown with the cut. If you remembered earlier, he had a chance to cut when they doubled and didn't. That time, the good cut, and he got the body on O'Neal before he released the shot.
Gillis picked up a second foul, so he will leave. Greg Kite will come into the lineup to take his place. 5:07 left in this first quarter, and that's when Shaquille leaves, and the Nets now lead by 4.
Now more of an outside game.
Orlando with 4 baskets, 3 by Shaquille. They're now 4 of 19 from the floor, and Kevin Edwards skying high to pull that one down. His 4th rebound of this first quarter.
Pretty.
Nice dish. On the post, tipped in by DJ.
The ankle is fine. Not only the running to get there, but the presence and soft hands.
That's nice. Turner. Rebound. And that's not shooting well. Orlando shooting horribly. 4 of 20. That's only 5 of 15. Here's Coleman, quick 3. And Benoit will pick up the foul over Greg Kite's back, his first.
This particular play, excuse me, Spence, off the rebound, push up the floor, and look at Brown, and just tipped it, because if he followed through, it would have been goaltending. I think just a little touch to knock it down.
Benoit will get a rest. Dwayne Shinsis will come in to take his place. 4:05 left first quarter. Hardaway. Turner. Great play by TJ. Hardaway won't go. TJ battles and wins, but loses control. Hardaway. Coleman with a foul. Pretty good effort. Wow. He didn't like it, but indeed, great effort by the
TJ Brown, extraordinary, Spencer. Great involvement. And just as he backpedals, he can't grab the ball because his momentum is taking him towards the sideline, and Derek feeling he got a clean swipe.
So here's Hardaway, the rookie from Memphis State. Left after his junior year. Good to see his numbers. And his first point of the ball game. That's 14, Magic 9.
Well, can he pick the ball up? That's not like him.
Down to 9 on the 24 for Coleman. Down to 5. DC recognizes, knows he has to go up. This wouldn't go. Greg Kite with the rebound, gets it to Skiles. Good lead to Hardaway. Alley-oop to Anderson. Beauty.
Not much Kevin Edwards could do on the miss. Big people got to get back. Now, Derek shot it, so that means Dwayne and TJ in particular. And Kenny had cut through, if you remember, so he's on the baseline.
TJ posting up against Nick. Good spin move by TJ Brown. TJ has the rebound. And pushes out to Anderson.
Everything but on that move.
Kevin Edwards gets the roll. And the butter and everything. 5 for Edwards. And the Nets by 5. Emil Robinson set to come into the lineup. Nick Anderson wanted to go one-on-one with Derek Coleman. Kenny Anderson, nice rebound. 3 against 3. What a spin by Kenny, and what a block.
Look at this rebound. Send it in. Great effort on the rebound.
Next by 7. Coleman has 5. 2:10 left in this first quarter.
When they push, good things happen. And I know a lot of nights it's taken away from you, but any chance they get to shove it down the floor, they show a lot of promise. Look at this mismatch.
Gibson trying to back up. Here's Kite. Good help. Anderson for 3. Very good. Anderson.
Great defense negated. Kite with a good kick-out pass.
18-14. That's by 4. Shaquille set to come back in. Here's Coleman firing. Hardaway gives to Styles. Scotty just blew by Anderson, but got some help. Anderson for 3. Tight with the rebound.
Kenny just impatient.
Yeah.
Kyrie's dead down there.
Minute 20 left in this first quarter. The Modell scoreboard has the Nets leading at 18-14. Nets leading the Orlando Magic by a score of 18-14. Ready for a little trivia? Well, sure. Let's shoot it right now. It's our American Express trivia quiz. We gave you a hint before. Who holds the Orlando Magic single-game scoring record? We hope you've been paying attention. You might come up with the answer. We'll give it to you in just a moment. 18-14 Nets with the lead. Orlando shooting 22% from the floor. Armin Gilliam comes in the net lineup now. So it's Gilliam. Ramil Robinson's in the backcourt with Kevin Edwards. P.J. Brown, Armin Gilliam, and Shintis up front for Orlando. They've got Shaquille O'Neal back here. Dennis Scott makes his first appearance, the 4-year pro from Georgia Tech, getting buddies from Georgia Tech.
Now, if you're thinking, why is Shaquille coming in? A couple of things. One, he's got to learn how to play with the two. And secondly, I'm sure Brian Hill's figuring, let's go to him against Shintis and see if we can get him into the game. Now, if he's in there, you got to use him.
Skiles. Anderson. He's got 7.
He can light it up, huh?
Yep.
He's improved with the ball, too.
That leads down to 2.
Tough matchup in here for Scott. PJ pretty good on the box.
The crowd.
Well, you know it's your number, and you got to produce, and you want to do something to impress, and occasionally you're in a hurry.
Orlando can get a 2-for-1 here.
Neither club lighting it up, are they?
32% for the Nets, 25 from Orlando, and they've gotten hot to reach 25.
A lot of good perimeter shooters out there right now for Orlando. Great defense again by Pete. Oh, grab it.
That's 24-second violation. Shintis never had control. Very alert call by the ref.
The horn went off.
Yeah, but the fact that Shintis didn't have control.
My point, oh, yes, you're right. But Dwayne, a couple of games ago, did the same thing where he tipped it out and gave it, if you can. Now, sometimes you can't get both hands, but the idea is to possess the ball.
So Dwayne, when he turned to us, the stitches over his right eye had 5 of them. He said, I know they gave me 5. They can't find the 5th one.
Misplaced stitch.
They don't know what happened to him. Nets will play for the final shot right here. Down at 10.
The baseline, give it up with 2. Smart play, huh?
Smart play on Orlando's part. That's a little late getting started there. Now you have but 2.9 seconds and just one option.
It's great to watch the coaches. Brian Hill's looking down at Chuck's call. You know, they know each other's calls. Got a chance.
Buzzer, and that'll do it. First quarter ends. Very poor shooting first quarter, with the Nets holding on to an 18-16 lead on the Modell scoreboard. Back here at the Meadowlands. Nets holding on to a 2-point lead at 18-16 after one. Let's check in with Matt Lockman. Matty?
Spencer, Shaquille O'Neal's coming off a 41-point performance last night in the loss to the Boston Celtics. This morning, at the shoot-around, concerned with that performance and what he might do tonight, Chuck Daly worked particularly hard on how they would limit his offensive output in the low post. We saw it once earlier when Derek Coleman came over from the power forward spot. That's it. The 4 position, who's ever playing it at the moment, has to double down on O'Neal if he gets the ball inside. So far, they've done a pretty good job as they've limited him to 6 points. Of course, foul trouble having something to do with that.
And Shaquille is in the lineup to start this second quarter for the Orlando Magic. Marvin Gilliam posting up against Jeff Turner.
Well, he's effective, huh? I should listen to Matty when he was at the Hall.
Then you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, look at that. Well, he couldn't do all of that.
That's with a 4-point lead. Here's Turner. Rebound, Kevin Edwards.
How many does he have, Spencer? He's up to 4, maybe.
Kevin Edwards with his stiff rebound.
Huh. And they go right back. This is Shaq's way of his style. If they get somebody, they'll go right back to him if he gets hot.
Gets his Lux Brick, but Shaquille, you say he bodied him out of that.
Nice.
Oh, there's a nice steal and a good foul given up right there by Dennis Scott.
How about Edwards? He knew how to play the pass, and Skiles likes to get airborne and make his distribution. And he just stepped in the lane and made it tough for Scotty.
Here's Robinson. Kevin Edwards, slowly but surely, the confidence grows game by game.
Look at this kid.
Harmon shooting 58% from the floor and had that 24-point effort at Boston.
He's unerring. And that's the part of the game that has just surfaced, that little low-post jumper. He's doing other things besides the shooting.
Turner got to get in his face. He'll bury him all night long.
That's what Shaq does, though. Gilliam knew he had to help. Matty had pointed that out and didn't get out quick enough on Jeffrey, the former Olympian. And then
Kevin Edwards. He's got 7. Trying to remember that 84 team. Pretty good basketball team. Tony Jordan was on it. Chris Mullin.
Now this is a play where Anderson could be tough, but Edwards inside. Got a few inches.
Nice heel. Nice feed to Jeff Turner.
They don't get the top guy down, the slide man.
That lead is 24-20. Ramil challenges and a block by Shaquille.
A 3.
Yep. Turner.
Offense. Jeff with the push off.
Bucked the arm out.
Does the Shaq influence things, huh? And right here, the double leaves Turner wide open. You can see the guards unable to get all the way down. They get this push off. Gilliam with a heck of a block. You see the right arm. NBA, they spot that.
Anthony Hardaway back in the lineup. And Ron Anderson in the lineup for the Nets. Kevin Edwards floating through.
Undeterred, huh?
Yeah.
Either they didn't see it or they've got great confidence. They got back off of the jumper.
And it's again by half a dozen. Kicked out of bounds. It should be, well, it won't be a fresh play.
I don't think it was intentional, right? If he throws it off your foot.
Yeah, that's what Brian Hill says it should be a fresh
And
one.
Billy just gave the same answer we did. Armour can back off a little outside on Kite. Scott.
And right in his face. And Scott buries it his first 2.
A trimmed down version of the great Scott.
He's had some physical problems the last few years.
Well, cheeseburgers caused some of them.
Shinson.
Not a good kick out. No. Give it right back to Armin.
Neil had him and didn't give it to him.
He's got to get it off the floor. Just a little bit quicker. Standing right at the top, you can make that or bring it one dribble down. You're not supporting me.
I'm agreeing with you. He had the open man and didn't find him. And you can't make those things up.
Lucky they got the ball back.
Yeah. Here's Armin. And you got to look for Armin. He's hit 2 in a row. Give him some more opportunity. Jensen. Rebound. Gilliam. On the block. Here's Shaquille leading the break. Anthony Hardaway. Scott's the trailer for 3.
And Gilliam wisely ran to him from the top. Just a little late. You can't give him much room.
That lead is down to 1. 8:15 left in this half. Here's Ronnie Anderson. And you got to get him involved, too. 3-pointer for Anderson.
You read a couple of the write-ups on him. He wasn't in shape, hadn't played, got the call. Didn't realize he'd be played this many minutes. Well, Chuck always feels you got a uniform on. You better get ready. Again, the kick out. Oh, my goodness. That looked like one of ours.
Now, Gilliam's on the left.
Back it out.
Gilliam. And Armin puts it home.
That's good guard play right there. You don't have it. Poise. Find somebody.
31-25. Nets by 6. Derek Coleman set to come back into the net lineup.
Interesting to see how the net. This is a whole nice play by Ramil as Hardaway
Offensive foul.
tries to stop him from getting the fumble.
Shifts leaves. Derek Coleman in. So the Nets go small, so to speak, if you can call it that.
You know what that moves for? Offense, because Shaq is now leaving to help out on the different plays. You know, DeShinsis was wide open at the foul line. They're a little better at that spot.
A little bit. They help you out that time lately, yes.
I like it when you disagree, though.
Gilliam. They won't get the goaltend again. Shaquille has picked up his 3rd personal.
How do guys catch it? That's amazing.
Now that's gone down.
Yeah, that was.
Even more so than the other 2. And you can disagree with me if you want.
No, I agree with you.
Hill has his 3rd. Gilliam at the line to shoot 2.
He will be tough in international basketball when that ball hits the rim. Dream Team 2. And when they straighten out his difficulties,
yes,
right?
They straighten out what
beverage
what
of
logo
choice.
he's going to
or what liquid he's going to consume on the sideline, right?
I tell you, it's you think about it. My, how times have changed.
Well, we've got laws for laws.
The Nets by 8, their biggest lead now, 33-25, and they scored 7 in a row.
Illegal
defense against the Nets.
Bowie in, a guy didn't play last night. An active kid sometimes gives the Nets fits.
Oh, yeah. A couple of years ago, instrumental in an Orlando victory with a big night here at the Meadowlands. Chuck Daly, Brendan Surr alongside.
Anthony Bowie, Oklahoma. Look at this, wide open.
Shaquille to Kite, who puts it on.
Oh, the Nets drew 3 people, so a lack of communication on that play. They like 2. It may take 3 to hold them, but they like 2.
6:40 left in this first half of play. Coleman posting up against Kite. Anderson. The rebound, Shaquille.
Even the one he made, he didn't have good rotation on it. Now that's what you have to do. Make him put it on the floor. Changes his little rhythm.
Take a tough shot. Here's Kevin Edwards. And Armin Gilliam with a great rebound, but then lost control of it.
Nice swipe, I believe, by Bowie.
Good block by Coleman, and Ron Anderson has the basketball. It out over to Kevin Edwards. 3 against 2.
Nice ball fake, huh?
Count that if it goes, and 1.
The cut by Gilliam. And Derek was going to give him, but the defense recovered. Nice little tip to the big fella, and as the cutter goes to ball fake, shuts the lane. You talk about touch, 6'10". Count it, Buzz, the big guy in the middle, and he kicks the ball out. They're not supposed to be able to do this, but more importantly, as we slow it down now, he's going to run right down the lane and drag all the defenders with him, and it permits the angle pass to the wing for the three-point play. See, Gilliam, normally he would run right down the middle, but spreading out plus the big guy running the floor enables the Magic to nail a tray.
And Shaquille will sit down. Renoir Raftery. They're getting better at that.
I don't know. I have no idea what it looked like. I knew what I was saying for once, though.
Drawing 101. Coleman on opportunity to complete the three-point play here. Orlando's already picked up 14 fouls, and that's with Zippo in this quarter. So Neal sits down with 3 personals. Derek Coleman completes the three-point play. 8 points for D.C. Kevin Edwards leads the Nets with 9. They're now leading the ball game by their largest margin, 9 points.
And a little pressure. Nets, I've only seen them do it once this year where they extend the floor and look if they're going to trap or if somebody dribbles into a spot.
Kenny Anderson back in the lineup replacing Kevin Edwards. Here's Anthony Bowie.
Good switch, but the mismatch. Ramil doing a nice job fronting.
Down to 2 on the 24, and the rebound pulled down by Armin Gilliam. Gets it out over to Ramil Robinson.
Excellent defense, Spencer. On the bounce. He's king. Good job by Gilliam. Rotating box to box. Good extra pass.
And Anderson off the dribble, puts it home.
Well, if he can keep filling it up, get his confidence. That perimeter passing, a la the Holzman Knicks, right? Hit the open man. That's sold a few copies.
That's right.
Number 7 with a little bang.
And Kenny picks up personal for Anderson. Personal foul number 1. Skiles back in. Nick Anderson back in. As Dennis Scott and Anthony Bowie leave for Orlando.
And Spence, day in and day out at home or on the road, you can always count on a great taste of Bud Light. It won't fill you up and never let you down. So make it a Bud Light. Maybe I will.
Okay, I'm sure you will. Biggest lead of the night for the Nets. Question is when. And here's Hardaway for Anthony, his first field goal of the ball game, and the Nets by 9. I'm impressed by his passing, Hardaway.
Oh, he knows how to play. And that's that little exchange along the baseline, the small forward and the shooting guard, and end up with a tough shot. Got to lose your guy on the bump.
And if not, swing it back out.
The Nets really stay at home much more. And he may make that a pretty good defensive set.
Neil Robinson getting it to Kenny Anderson. 4 minutes left in this first half. Nets with a 9-point lead. And Gilliam with a good move on the. He recognized he had Kite with him, knows he can beat him, and he went.
You know what he did? On the pick and roll, he loops out to the corner. Now, Kite has a long way to go. So he has to go out, and that's a couple extra steps. Momentum's going forward, and you bounce by, as Gilliam did, because he's such a good shooter. You got to go by him.
Yeah. And here's Armin to shoot 2. Off to a good start tonight. That's his 9th point of the ball game, all coming here in the second quarter. But a great pickup for this Net basketball team, Armin Gilliam. 10 points tonight. 3 of 4 from the floor, 4 of 4 from the line, 3 rebounds. And the Nets again by 11.
Switch the inside.
Blocked by Gilliam on Hardaway. Anderson challenge. Kite on the tip, won't go. And Ron Anderson has it. Gets it out over to Neil Robinson.
Good play.
Kenny for 2. Won't go. Rebound Kite.
Nice shot by Ramil, centering the ball.
Challenging every shot tonight.
Yes. Well, even keeping their guy in advance, I mean, containment is much better. See how they play this pick and roll. Kenny with the grab, I think. He was surprised. Skiles had the empty side, and the man screening has to let you know. As they go, hey, empty side, no help. And right here, Gilliam rides his guy, and that's one of those fast break starters. That particular block, unfortunately for the Nets, the Magic came up with it.
And Kenny's picked up his 3rd personal foul. He has yet to score a point tonight. Kevin Edwards back in the lineup for the final 3 minutes of this half. Turner over Gilliam.
And not much room. That's where you got good spacing.
Kevin Edwards Edwards. The Nets have numbers if Gilliam didn't recognize it right away.
Good dish back.
Edwards, he shoots so well, drifting off the
does.
Yeah.
He sometimes is better off the dribble when he pulls up. A lot of guys like the stationary. He seems to excel with the bounce.
Get that extra oomph coming to the hoop. Here's Hardaway with a pretty good opening second basket, and the net lead again 11, 42-31.
And Fernie's got a little pizzazz in his game, too. He's going to be showtime. He'll make inside stuff like you someday.
Coleman had the idea with Ron Anderson. Here's Skiles to Hardaway. What a pass to Nick Anderson. You know, Anthony Hardaway, I think, was out of bounds and then came back in.
Well, if he settled himself, but Chuck doesn't seem to be complaining. Skiles took a shot. He's in the collarbone or the shoulder. Notice his arm hanging, the right arm. He is tough. Something I admire in him. Collegiate days. Look at him. He doesn't want to come out.
I want to let the coach see. Coleman over Kite. Won't go. And great effort by Gilliam. And a super block underneath. Gilliam again goes. But it will go over to the Magic. But let me tell you, Armin making things happening out there. Now we'll get a timeout with 1:26 left in the half, and the Modell scoreboard shows the Nets leading by 9. For kids ages 8 to 18, Modell's and the Nets invite you to be a winner. You play with the pros and watch the pros play. You just stop by any Modell store. You fill out an entry blank. You could win a chance to learn basketball techniques from the pros. 200 lucky winners will attend the Modell's Nets Skills Clinic with the Nets on January 16th. Plus, you get an opportunity to see Karl Malone, the mailman, and the Jazz when they come to play the Nets that evening. You be a winner. Play with the pros and watch the pros play. Remember, stop into any Modell, fill out an entry blank, and you could win. Spencer Ross, Bill Raftery with you here at the Meadowlands. Nets with a 9-point lead. They've led by as many as 13, and we have a little more than a minute left in this first half. Scott Skiles leaves now. Laterio Green is in the lineup.
Derek's got the show and didn't. So when your man comes up and picks, you've got to be the guy that informs your partner.
6 straight points here for Orlando. And the net lead is down to 7. And it could be 5 here. Good steal by Hardaway. Puts it home.
Nice little show and take back.
Gilliam, count it, and 1. The foul will go against Jim Turner.
Big play, Spencer, to come back and pound the opponent with a quick hitter. And Ramil, with the speed dribble, set it up. And once again, Armin Hammer able to not only knock it down, but draw some attention.
That's needed that, too. It's that big run, 8 in a row for Orlando. And Gilliam now with 13 points, leads all the scorers in the ball game, getting all 13 here in the second quarter.
7 would have been 4, huh? Here's where Doris got to do. Let's see, there's the shot. Good job this time, huh?
Turner over Edwards, puts it home.
Extra pass, huh? You knock him down, it spoils the defensive set.
Nets can play for the final shot here. And that they will do as you see the clock running down.
Laterio Green hollered out, thumb down. Drive, draw, and dish.
That's 7.
There's the dish, extra pass.
Edwards open, that's for 3. On the rebound, 1 count. Coleman couldn't get it off anyway. First half ends, a good one for the Nets. And at the end of the first half, after leading by as many as 13, the Nets leave the floor, leading the Orlando Magic by a score of 45-39. Second half, Gilliam 4 for 5 from the floor. Here's Kevin Edwards for 3 as we're underway. Knocked away from Turner, picked up by Skiles, who leads Hardaway.
Don't like to start that way. Well, the long ones either make you feel pretty good or there's a dilemma as you don't get back.
Let's start the second half with Benoit Benjamin in the middle, T.J. Brown, Derek Coleman. Here's P.J. putting it home. He was pushed by Hardaway and didn't get a call.
Nice job, too. Got rid of it before he came down because the Shaq attack was in the vicinity. 6 blocks in the first as the 0-0 nickel dimer. The reach around. Got to get over the top. This is pretty. Over the Shaq, and before he can come down to cause any damage, alertly, PJ with the kids.
Same starting lineup for the Magic to start the second half. Skiles, Hardaway, Jeff Turner, and Kenny with the other. Skiles putting it on and Anderson.
Sorry, Spence. Kenny with the 3 backed off. Skiles reminds me of a middleweight fighter in the 40s. One of those you can cut him and knock him. Willie Pett, maybe, who's a welterweight. Just keep coming at you.
Benoit Benjamin with 6 points now, and the Nets by half a dozen. There's Jeff Turner, who's drifting back, and that bothered him on that shot. Good lead. Oh, just a little too far for that.
It was a gamble. Tough one. There's some people in our crew upset that we're saying nice things about Skiles because he's from Michigan State.
Our producer, Michigan guy's very happy today. I think they beat Ohio State. I think they destroyed them. Shaquille.
He covered some room.
8 points for O'Neal, and the net lead is 4.
I might add it's George Finkel, Michigan grad. Our producer. Kenny's got to get on track. That helps.
The way to start it off, his first 2 points. And the Nets by 6 with 9:50 remaining in this third quarter. Rebound Coleman off the Skiles miss. Gets it out over to Kenny Anderson. Anderson off the bump from Skiles. Shaquille O'Neal has the rebound. Skiles seems to have no effect. Oh, good play by Kenny getting back.
He looked like a Boston College receiver there.
A guy named Mitchell, who had a few receptions today. In that wild game that David Gordon's field goal, in case you missed it, won it for Boston College over Notre Dame, 41-39. Well, Fighting Irish won.
I know. Which one, though? Shaq couldn't have gotten a better position, and with the dribble there, lost it.
Here's Anderson, 3 against 2. Kenny takes it himself and puts it home.
Aggressive. They got to get back now. Numbers.
Magic. Hardaway. Benjamin with a great block. Get it out of here.
Well, if you're disadvantaged in terms of numbers, and you can block a shot, you can save a lot of goals. This is
great play.
Great anticipation.
And avoiding the foul.
And only thing bad, they couldn't come up with it.
Anderson. He beat T.J. Brown along the baseline that time. 53-47. Nets by 6.
Nice pass today. He led him the right way.
Shaquille, good at that. P.J. with a steal. And can't put it home. Tries again. Great effort by the kid. And Anderson tries to save it. P.J. has his back and he's fouled. Boy, the crowd gotta love this one. You better believe it.
He is fun. Always mixing it up. Great court presence and attitude as he keeps going after it. Didn't have a control of the shot on that one. And Skiles is great, but he's like a bad razor on this play. Watch him as he comes after. Look at him. Bing. Nick.
Derek Coleman came up limping on that play, and Armin Gilliam is in to take his place, so we'll have to check that situation out as Coleman being looked at by net trainer Ted Arzonico. Here's Shaquille from the foul line. He's got 10, the net lead down to 4. Nice pick and roll. Gilliam with a hot hand in the first half, but something left off.
And he drifts to that area, which makes it a very tough rotation.
55-49. Nets again by 6. 7:45 left in the third. Shaquille. Rebound. Gilliam and Benjamin battled for it.
Well, Gilliam did a nice job coming over to double. Big on big. Matty pointed that out earlier.
Gilliam's 6th rebound of the ball game. Anderson. Kevin Edwards.
Nice little cut there by Benoit.
Benoit puts it home.
Edwards with a terrific step pass and decision.
Benjamin's 4 for 5 from the floor. It takes him 15 for 21 from the floor on the season. Means you got to look for him. Because he's making that open jumper. Here's Shaquille in deep. Counted in one. Benjamin picks up the foul.
Benoit upset, but some display of strength as O'Neal came in, waltzed in here, and watch Benoit fight him. Just bigger and stronger, no question about the neck, but Benoit felt he had been banged as they take Derrick inside to check that heel out. Nice play by Kevin.
O'Neal. Won't go. Will go.
His will, one out.
What are the odds on giving him 3 shots from 3 feet away and he's going to miss the ball?
Well, he didn't come up empty.
No. 57-53, Nets by 4. Armin Gilliam. 17 for Gilliam. Nets again by 6.
But nice to have an answer like that,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Well, in the first half, when the Magic made that run, Gilliam came up with a big hoop, which shut the door on it. Open is Anderson for 3.
Look at this. Shaquille, clear an area. He took the whole side of the Jersey Turnpike with him. Moved it eastward towards the tunnel.
What O'Neal did not do in the first half, he has picked up here in the third quarter. He's already scored 10 points in the first 6 minutes of this quarter to give him 16. Benjamin knocked out of his hands. Here's Skiles. 3 against 3.
Now, Benoit's walking up because he knows Shaquille's down there. He should run down and he can jam some things.
Turner picks up the offensive foul. And we'll take a break right here on a timeout. The Modell scoreboard has the Nets up 4:59:55.
Play here. We got a little pick and roll that occurs, and as we clear it, what the Nets do very well, particularly with Gilliam, and as the open up occurs, we'll stop it. Now look at this area here that he presents, so that now anybody that wants to come help has a long way to come. Now Turner helped out. Now look at the big guy, 15 feet to get out, unerring, and able to convert, and that just makes the pick and roll that much more effective.
It worked beautifully that time. Orlando battling back. We asked you that question in the first half. The Orlando Magic single-game scoring record. Well, it happened against the Nets, and it was Nick Anderson last April of '92. 50-point effort. What a night he had.
They double up the pick and roll. Now, good ball movement.
And the 4-point net lead.
Anderson down the court quickly. Good recovery by P.J. Brown.
Derek Coleman out of the lineup, and we are checking on that situation. Derek came up limping about 3-4 minutes ago, and Matt Loughlin will have a report for us in just a moment. Here's Kenny Anderson firing and putting it home.
I'm not going to shut him out all night, Spence. Pretty good job of pushing the ball, and that's going to open up shots for him.
6 points for the kid, 61-55, 4:54 remaining in the third.
Empty side baseline.
Hardaway against Edwards. And on the rebound won't go. Gilliam pulls it down.
Here's seems to be a little secondary action out of it. No?
Edwards drives the baseline. Shot won't go. Rebound, Greg Kite. Kite gives Shaquille a rest to Kenny Anderson. What a play. Kenny goes over Skiles. shot won't go. Here comes Anderson back. This is 3 against 2. To Anthony Hardaway, who puts it home. Count it in 1. Foul on Benjamin.
Going to the 10 with authority. Now, if you make the goal at the one end, this doesn't happen, but they've been sneaky, leaking people out, and a penny for your thoughts. Benoit on that one. Impressive.
Let's check in with Matt Loughlin. Matty?
Spencer, the bad medical news continues for the Nets this season. Derek Coleman will not return to the game tonight. He stepped on Shaquille O'Neal's foot and sprained his right ankle. Again, the medical team getting a workout in the early going for the Nets, but Coleman will not be back tonight.
Sprained ankle.
And that's where he did it, right there. Yeah.
And you can see him grimace in pain. Hardaway completes the three-point play. He has 12, and the net lead down to 3. So O'Neal back in the lineup now.
Perfect trapping spot. Good cross-court pass, though. Edwards.
So Kenny Anderson, who has 8 in this quarter, and the Nets again by 5. 3:55 left in the third.
And Jason being manhandled in there as O'Neal tries to post up. Good job. And
who's going to get that foul?
I think they're going to give it to Jason. Shaq not a real happy guy with that play, but while we have a momentary break in the action, this ought to be a great time to break for the great taste of Bud Light. It's a big hit with fans everywhere because it won't fill you up and never let you down. So make it a Bud Light.
Got to watch this battle inside here between Shaquille and Jason Williams. Turn a good play by Jason on the block and knocked it out of bounds. It'll still be Orlando ball.
Yeah, they've been toe-to-toe here on the last couple of sequences.
Nets have led in this one by as many as 13. That was at 42-29 in the first half. Alley-oop.
Set play on the pick and roll, and Scotty, no mystery why he gets a lot of assists.
Helps to have that guy there, doesn't it?
Well, he can execute, was my point, but you're right. He can make you look good.
Gilliam got it off. Jason Williams will pick up the loose ball foul, and it puts the Nets over the limit. So it'll be a 2-shot foul. A little overly aggressive.
And Spencer, the Shaq to the rack with a little one-handed snatch and delivery. Did you ever try that?
Jason, no. Jason might have gotten away with one there right there.
A little spin out, drop step. That's what makes him awfully tough to three-quarter. All of a sudden, he'll step you up high enough where he can throw that 3-2 and derriere around your body.
So Jeff Turner goes to the line to shoot 2, can bring Orlando within a point. Turner, a good free throw shooter. 63-61.
Don't forget the Shaq is back in his home territory here.
Born in Newark, New Jersey.
Dad played there as well. I think some Jersey City in him too in the early days, if I'm not mistaken.
Right?
Grade school, as I recall.
Did you try and recruit him?
No. He was found by Dale Brown in Germany as a young. He thought I think he was like 7th grade. And he said, "What year in high school are you? Are you a senior?"
You have an excuse for losing him, huh?
Can't blame me for that.
Wrong country.
I have a passport. Again, setting up.
Gilliam.
So the deep one.
Coming up with a big basket time and time again. And a 3-point lead at 65-62.
The Nets don't have a great post game on the floor now, but that should help them have a post game.
Skiles. Ooh, he got a little cha-cha stuff there. Nick Anderson with a floater. Rebound on to Gilliam. That's without a center out there, really. They've got Gilliam, P.J. Brown, and Jason Williams up front with Kenny Anderson and Kevin Edwards in the backcourt.
Jason happy he's been working in the weight room. Needs it tonight. Nice kickback pass.
And Anderson builds it up. Harmon Gilliam, good 2-man game there to Anderson, who has 10 in this quarter. And the Nets by 5 with 2 minutes left in the third. Down to 8 on the 24. Turner. Weak side rebound to Kenny Anderson. 1:40 left in the third.
Chuck, as we noted, will ride a play. This has been effective. You see Armin just swoop out. Down to 10. Plenty of time.
Kevin Edwards.
the third with Anderson lurking.
13 points for Kevin Edwards, and the Nets again by 7.
Nice job by Gilliam looking to help the dribbler.
Jason Anderson fouled. Jason Williams, who at this rate will foul out in about 6 minutes and 26 seconds.
Before we come back.
Playing aggressively, the Modell scoreboard with 1:11 left in the third quarter has the Nets leading by 7. Game between the Islanders and the Philadelphia Flyers. For Shaquille O'Neal, a first for him, a triple-double, 11 blocks, which is a team record. He has 17 rebounds, and O'Neal with 18 points. He is not going to get a quadruple unless he can come up with 8 more assists before this game is over.
He's liable to. He can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Nets will double. He'll have opportunities.
Nick Anderson to shoot 2. He's got 12 points. Anderson averaging a little over 12. Last year, nearly 20 a game. 19.9 to be exact. And that lead is down to 7 with some full court pressure.
Nice recovery there by O'Neal. See if they're going to take him. He's got that nice left field.
Whoops, throw it out of bounds. The ball will go over to the Magic. 59.6 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
You know, the Nets right now don't have anybody to test O'Neal on the box. He's playing relaxed. He doesn't have to worry about the defense. Can look to jam things up.
Nick Anderson. He's got 15.
Plus, he's not going to get fouls. He's going to hit those 3 early.
That lead down to 3. It was 7 moments ago.
This play has been effective.
Back to the bounds. It'll still be net ball. 13 on the 24. Well, they make a fresh 24, says for the Oaks. Called it a kick.
And they all come running, don't they?
Gilliam with the first miss of the second half. Anthony Hardaway with the rebound. And a 2-second differential between the game and the time clock. So technically the Nets might get another opportunity.
Nice job by Edwards fighting through those down picks. And nice little play at the end as Nick Anderson uses both box post screens.
3.7 seconds remaining. Edwards down to 3, 2, 1. Got to throw it up. And on the block, Anthony Hardaway had his hand on it. What was a 7-point lead has dwindled down to 1 on the Modell scoreboard at 69-68 as we get ready for the fourth quarter. 69-68 at this time to check in with Matt Lockwood. Matty?
Spencer, you and Bill have commented on the toughness of Scott Skiles. One of the tougher battles he's faced, of course, was the drafting of Anthony Hardaway. It looked like Skiles would be moved in a trade, but he's fought off that battle as Hardaway has moved to the number 2 guard spot. You mentioned earlier, as did Billy, the fact that he's working with an injured right shoulder. He hurt that Wednesday when he ran into a pick set by Bill Lambier. They didn't think he'd play last night, but he decided to go with it, and here he is playing tonight with a sore right shoulder. But you can't drag this guy out of the lineup.
He is a good one. He is a tough one. Scotty Skiles. There he is.
Matty, it's like drive Spencer Ross out of the lineup.
I don't have a sore shoulder.
You run the marathon, show up for doubleheaders. You work a game on the way home?
You made it easy for me, Bill.
Well, to make it easier for the Nets, they're going to have to ring the bell on those little medium-range jump shots. That's why Chuck has put Anderson in the ballgame.
Ron Anderson had a couple, and Ron Anderson picks up the foul to start this quarter. The net lead is 1. This tendency, this problem of maintaining leads, 3 consecutive games, the Nets have lost at home after leading by
23,
14, 23, 16, Pike.
That down screen has been effective. Oh, good pursuit by Royal.
Now, Royal just came into the lineup about a minute before the end of the third quarter. Anderson puts it home.
Pretty kiss, huh?
Yeah, first lead.
I didn't think you could see the glass.
70-69. The Magic has taken the lead. Little screen down series. Kenny Anderson.
Here's the problem. Tough to get a shot off with that guy looming.
Kevin Edwards won't go. Rebound Shaquille. The long lead to Donald Royal, who couldn't control it.
Didn't need it.
At Hardaway.
Did not need it. And the Shaq was determined he was going to lead past Joe Montana, and he's looking at Royal with a little smile like, hey, you should have had that.
I ain't going to argue with him.
No. He didn't need it, though.
Yeah. 1-point lead for Orlando.
On the floor. He didn't really get into anything here. An ISO.
Nice move by Gilliam, but the shot would not go. Challenging the big guy, Shaquille O'Neal.
Gamble by...
Knocked it around. Well, knocked away. Here's Anderson. He'll come up with it. It's 2 against 1. Kenny nearly tackled on the play.
Ron Anderson tried to make the play. Kenny upset because he thought he had himself a nice dish off here and a real smart play. See Ron Anderson coming in. He was trying to create a 2-on-1 break for Kenny. Good heads-up play. Down the other end, they took Shaquille's legs from under him, which is what you have to do legally on an alley-oop. Otherwise, there would be a lot of egg, a little yolk on the eyebrow.
Anderson, let's look for the lead. Can't get it. Rebound Shaquille, his 19th of the ball game. 70-69.
A lot of one-and-dones of late. Not many offensive rebounds. They ran a clear out for Royal. Big and Gilliam did not have the foot speed.
Last Saturday night, Nets took a 16-point lead in the final quarter against Philadelphia and put only 12 points on the board. Jason Williams leaves the lineup now, and Benoit Benjamin back in. And that's going to start churning it up here.
And there's the kid to do it. He just blew by SS.
Kenny Anderson with 12, all in the second half. That's back in front, 9:40.
Scotty had the feet stuck in cement, and Kenny Anderson can do that to you.
Yeah, it is an 82-game season. Here's the alley-oop.
Good job by Benoit. He took him back underneath the backboard. Scotty's starting to use his hands on Kenny.
Nice play by Gilliam to steal it away from Shaquille.
Good cross-court pass.
Kevin Edwards. Rebound O'Neal.
Nobody gets a hand on that one. Got to make those, though.
Yeah, I was saying an 82-game season, but what point do you reach where you start blowing games? You begin to think. You begin to think.
Royal. And he gets the tip. Penny with the drive.
Anthony Hardaway with his 14th point of the ball game, 72-71.
Right now, Scott not able to contain Kenny. With a lot of hands going on.
And Gilliam foul gone up.
A lot of slicing. Vermeil in. Edwards out.
Fouls on Donald Royal. And it'll send Armin Gilliam to the line to shoot 2. Again, the word from the net locker room. Sprained ankle. For Derek Coleman, stepped on Shaquille O'Neal's foot in the third quarter. It's a big foot.
Let's hope it's not here. That's the key. You didn't even mention the great job the Meadowlands people did getting this floor now. Overtime hockey game, a little panic. And yet they were able to get everything in order, cleaned up, spruced up.
They got it done.
Even got your press room ready so you could have your little free meal.
20 for Gilliam. I can see you put the fork away. 72-72, 8:25 remain. Anderson, got to get up,
Armin's given a cushion to take away the post pass. And that'll make him hug Anderson, and you might see the entry pass.
And he's gotten hot. That foul will go against Scott Skiles. Skiles, that's personal foul number 3. And the 13th foul on the Magic.
You know what I'm impressed with Kenny Anderson's understanding right now? He played comfortably while not scoring. And now he's been able to turn it up, get his legs, and do some positive things. The front, and look who's there.
Shaquille picks up the foul. That's his 4th. And it'll send Gilliam to the line to shoot two as Donald Royal tried to front Harmon Gilliam.
Pretty good foot speed, Spencer. As the big fella comes over, all of a sudden he's there, and that's what you have to do. Get the body on him.
Now the Nets have to make the free throw.
Free throw line, Harmon Gilliam. Shoot two.
Chance to tie it right here. 21 points for Gilliam.
Shooting about 84%, so nice to have a guy like that stepping to the line.
He's missed 2 of his last 3, though, and a 1-point lead for the Magic. Nick Anderson, pretty move. Gilliam gets it to Anderson, 3 against 2. Kenny to Ron, and the foul.
On the pass. Well, actually it would have been a layup. Is that number 4 or 5? The kid in the middle, and he chose correctly here. The angle for Anderson. And he may not have been able to get that shot up with all the distractions going to the 10th.
Nick Anderson leaves, and back in the lineup, Dennis Scott for the Magic. Nick Anderson's been the hot man for this Orlando team with 21 points.
And number 4 on Skiles, which could prove harmful since he's got to guard Kenny.
Ron Anderson ties the ball game with 7:44 remaining. And the Nets regain the lead. 75-74.
And Hardaway trying to take Vermeil, and then screens away. Look how deep he is, though.
Shaquille. He's got 20 points, and the Nets trail by 1.
I'd say that's with authority. Nice pass.
Gilliam won't go. Gilliam from behind the block. Anderson puts it home.
Stick it in there, huh? Well, they've got to make it feisty, I think.
14 points for Anderson, and the Nets again with a 1-point lead.
Same play. And they got the offense on Hardaway.
On Anthony Hardaway. He's not happy about it. His 3rd personal foul.
They can't make him strong enough for this guy. Look at how deep he is, Spencer, and even you in your heyday did not stop that. What rim and hoop and support are strong enough for that guy on the Modell?
18 to hook up and be a winner. Play with the pros. Watch the pros play. Stop by a Modell store. Pick up an application. You have an opportunity to play with the pros and watch the pros play. We're back underway. 6:55 remaining in this 4th quarter. And Anderson challenging Scott Skiles. Scotty playing with those 4 fouls. Here's Gilliam. Harmon Gilliam, 23 points.
Chuck got the matchup he wanted, too. And they were patient. Kicked it, 3 passes. He posted up. Baseline had the side over Royal.
Gilliam 8 for 14 from the floor and a 3-point net lead.
Nice shot by Ron Anderson getting out there.
Shaquille against Benoit Benjamin. A rebound, Reveal.
Didn't shoot it. Threw it.
Yeah. Shaquille with 13 blocks tonight.
Tough.
Anderson, tough shot indeed. 13 blocks ties an all-time record by a net opponent. Oh, that's a jump ball. Great play by Reveal Robinson.
They squeezed. They did a nice job. Anderson and Robinson combined on Scott, who, known as a shooter, not adroit in the open floor, but a nice pull-up. But look at the 2 of them shoving to the support.
Vermeil on the jump against Dennis Scott. Scott's got about 6 inches on him.
Nice job.
That. 6 minutes remain in this 4th quarter, and the Nets with a 3-point lead.
This worked earlier.
Pick and roll. Good. Gilliam can't make it this time. And here's Scotty Skiles with the rebound.
Gilliam trying to help out Benoit. Benoit should come over and double, and he does.
Donald Royal.
Oh. Boy, he flushed that.
Royal's first 2 points did not play the entire first half has seen very little action this year. And coming in here. Here's Gilliam to the hoop. Nice move. Shot won't go. Rebound pulled down by Shaquille. Great move by Gilliam. Here's Scott for three.
Nice play by
Gilliam.
Just to get the hands, right? What the little delay there, back pass to Scott. He makes that really is a game turner. But Gilliam here, just flicking a little bit, ends up going off Hardaway's foot. Hits that play.
Good play indeed. Nets have the ball, have a 1-point lead, 5:10 remain.
Little triangle on one side, little action on the other.
Gilliam, he's up against the big guy, won't get the roll.
Now look at Vince.
Scott is holding on, but boy.
Royal all alone, they finally match up.
That's too deep.
Sure, but he's not shooting that. I think they got a step through on Anderson. Yep, Ron Anderson trying to help. Shaq has got it on the armpit. The shot. The ball's rolling back on the palm. You're not shooting it with the fingertips. And when it's in the armpit, you don't get the trajectory necessary. But he is a force.
Yes, he certainly is.
I don't like to go out on the limb generally.
That's pretty heavy.
They post up Hardaway with Edwards. Here to help Kenny space beautifully.
Hardaway, and we'll get the foul.
Kevin trying to contain.
That nice picks up the foul.
It's a nice option when you got a 6'8" shooting guard.
That's right.
When you feel, hey, we need a deuce, let me get him down underneath. And that's a scene we've enjoyed watching. Those two getting their heads on the same page, understanding exactly what has to be done.
Hardaway with 14 points in the ball game. He's been a 64% free throw shooter in the early going this season.
And you know what's nice when you see Chuck and Kenny? Kenny has some recommendations too.
Chuck, listen.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the combine.
Man wants input. We're tied at 79. 4:23 remain. Kevin Edwards
Off of the big
foul. Touched it last. It'll still be net ball. Nick Anderson back in. Replaces Anthony Hardaway. Anderson getting the rest. He has been the big guy for them, aside of course, Shaquille, offensively in the second half.
And it's a big match, too, if Edwards happens to have him. They switch that exchange on the baseline.
Ron Anderson, an in-and-outer. The rebound, Shaquille. O'Neal with 25 rebounds in the ballgame. Donald Royal, 2 blocks. He walked. And Shaquille puts it home.
Actually, he was being kind instead of stepping on his teammate.
And a 2-point Orlando lead. 3 minutes, 43 seconds remaining. Kenny Anderson won't go. Knocks away. Gilliam. Great play. Puts it home. And that was a big guy.
And the strength, too, because he was dragging, actually should have ended up on the foul line.
And Kenny Anderson should end up on the foul line.
Yeah, he got bumped up.
He walked. He walked.
And that's what a defense does when you concentrate and you're looking to help your partner. They all crash down. Right here's the bump you were looking for on Special K, but Gilliam's pursuit and then the selection here. Don't get too many easy ones off on the Shaq.
The pursuit of happiness. Here is Kenny Anderson to Gilliam. Ron Anderson for 3. Knocked away from Shaquille and picked up by Donald Royal, who gets it to Scotty Skiles. Tie ball game. Nick Anderson for the lead. Rebound, Gilliam looking up and handing it to Kenny Anderson with 2:45 remaining. Frenetic, frantic pace. Anderson is fouled going through the lane. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Kenny found out he could go by Scotty Skiles, and that's been the majority of the offense late in the game right here. The kid getting some attention and able to step to the line. Not bad on the Modell scoreboard, all even.
31, and more of the same tomorrow night at the Meadowlands. Hope you can make it out to see the Nets in action. If you can't, we invite you to join Bill and myself tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. It's a 7 o'clock game. The tip-off show at 6:45. The Nets' first meeting and only meeting of the season here at the Meadowlands against the Los Angeles Lakers. Derek Coleman, sprained ankle right here, third quarter. Watch when he comes down.
O'Neal hurts you in a lot of ways, huh? At his boats in the wrong spot, and the Nets have had trouble scoring on occasion until Kenny has stepped up and penetrated. And there's the two that you highlighted on the open.
And Kenny with all those points in the second half. Here is Anderson with the line to shoot two, looking to give the Nets the lead. 2:42 remain.
More importantly, I think for his mindset, Bob Hill, ex-Pacer coach, and used to be on Sports Channel here in New Jersey, Brian Hill's assistant, along with Tree Rollins. But Kenny now knows that he can create for others and himself with ease.
His offense has really picked up a couple of steps this season. Here's Nick Anderson, rebound, Shaquille.
He knew he had the two people. I think that was a pass off the glass.
Yeah, you might be right. That's 28 rebounds for Shaquille, a team record. He has 24 points and 13 blocks, a team record. And we're tied at 83.
And Shaq rotates to Gilliam and leaves Benoit alone.
Gilliam, and a block. That time, Donald Royal, who has had an impact here in this fourth quarter. 2 minutes remain. Nick Anderson in trouble. Knocked away. Gilliam has the basketball.
What a nice job getting out of traffic, too.
And a bad turnover there. Rebound, Benoit Benjamin. A minute 45 remain.
Chuck wants a timeout. They're trying to get it up. 20 they take.
A minute 38 remains. A 20-second timeout called by the Nets.
The ball now.
And they're going to call it a full timeout now. So with a minute 38 remaining in regulation time, I'll tell you, we have had nothing but close ball games all season long, and the Modo scoreboard has this one as close as can be. We're tied. At the Meadowlands, Spencer Ross, Bill Raftery, Shaquille O'Neal. Not a bad night's work. Team records in 2 departments, 28 rebounds, 14 blocks.
He's got more to rap about. And the pick and roll's been effective, Spencer, with Kenny Anderson and Armin. Let's see what they run.
They go to Anderson. Kenny in the lane. Lofts it on the follow. Benoit Benjamin.
BB! Get to the goal.
Now the Nets have taken the lead. A minute 28 remains. Anthony Hardaway's coming for Scotty Skyle. Interesting move.
They got P.J. Brown, I believe, riding on the bounce. They give him 2 shots as well. And right here, the step through and soften up. Look at that ominous presence of Shaq. And that left Benoit alone, unattended.
And Nick Anderson at the line to shoot 2.
If Benoit ever started believing he could do it with that frame.
And he's got the physical tools. He has the ability. And we're tied once again. 85-85. A minute 22 remains in the fourth quarter. Kenny Anderson for the Nets.
They tried to put a little full court pressure. Kevin Edwards with a good pass to Kenny at the top. Hardaway trying to contain Kenny now.
Gilliam against Donald Royal. Blocked by Shaquille. His 15th block of the ball game. Here's Nick Anderson, length of the floor, counted in 1.
Should have given the foul at half court.
Magic has taken the lead.
Everybody was underneath, so Gilliam didn't have many options but to take the shot. But I thought at the half-court line, Kevin could have given him the 2 instead of putting it on the odd number. Anderson with the potential of 5 straight points in the last minute and 30.
And 58 seconds remain, a chance for a 3-point lead. Nets have the ball back, down 2. Kevin Edwards signals for the timeout on the Gilliam rebound. Gilliam, by the way, 16 rebounds, 25 points for Armand Gilliam. Nets have the ball, down 2. That's with a full and a 20. Orlando with 3 fulls and a 20. And Chuck Daly. Team finds itself down a deuce. They own the ball with 56.5 seconds remaining. And run this fourth quarter.
Ron Anderson in because of that dilemma of getting somebody on the wing to shoot it. If the ball goes into the center, O'Neal just destroys a look at the hole. So you have to kick it out to the side or top. And they may have to call it 20.
Yeah, Kenny takes a 20. That's it down to 1 timeout now.
On Edwards. He's got to pop out. Here he comes.
And Kevin Edwards has the ball. 55 seconds remain. That's with the ball down 2. Tough pass. That ball. That's a break for the Nets. Wow. That is a break. Trying to squeeze a pass through like that. Not what you want.
From that distance. And they can react and still come up with it. Got to go get it back.
Kenny's got it back. 15 on the 24. 45 seconds remain. Let's need a set right here.
This has been a good match with Hardaway on Kenny.
Kenny, Hardaway with a block. On the scramble, Anthony Hardaway has it. Nets need a stop right here. They'll get the ball back. And Chuck Daly signaling no foul. Don't foul. Make them shoot. Make them score. Timeout called Orlando. 28.5 seconds remaining. 16 on the 24-second clock. 2 opportunities for the Nets, and they really didn't get a shot on.
No, and noted Hardaway able to contain Kenny, get back off him because he's 6'8". Skiles had foot problems with him, trying to control him. And right here you can see the reaction, the wingspan, and Kenny normally able to get that off. But Hardaway, a major stop at a crucial time. And they played that pick and roll to take away the left hand as well. Beautifully.
If you were wondering about 3 minutes ago or 2 minutes ago, if Brian Hill made that move and put Anthony Hardaway in for Scott Skiles, well, that's why he gets a paycheck, Mr. Hill.
Now Nets defensively have to do a sound job. You're not going to gamble. There's 16 left. Don't foul. Play heads up. Know what they're going to run, and it'll either be to the Shaq or involved with him and a guy like Anderson and or Hardaway. Good job.
Donald Royal back in the lineup.
And they're going to take a clear out with Royal.
Against Armand Gilliam. Down to 8 on the 24. Down to 5 on the 24. Knocked away. Nets have the ball. Anderson. 10 seconds remain. 8 seconds. Nets down 2. P.J. Brown won't go. On the rebound, Gilliam knocked it out of bounds. 1.9 seconds remaining. Orlando has the ball. And with 1.9 remaining,
Brian Hill wants timeout.
Yeah, Brian Hill wants a timeout. Barring anything for unforeseen, the Nets have dropped another heartbreaker.
Tough. You know, P.J. top of the key. Wide open. You know, you've got to shoot it. Almost could have taken another bounce. And then Kevin right there, I thought, should have shot the ball. You know what I mean? There's the guy, and right here you can see wide open, and Armand got his legs caught up with Royal as he raced for the basketball.
So bench. Hardaway will inbound from midcourt in the forecourt. Got to get it inbound. Looking. Got it to Donald Royal. That's the ball game. Orlando comes up with a nice win for them, snapping a 2-game losing streak on this road trip. They improved their record to 5-4, and the Nets lose another heartbreaker here at home. This time, a 13-point lead in the second quarter. Orlando comes from behind. The final score, the Magic 87, the Nets 85. Back to wrap it up right after this.